Today's reflection touches the quiet place where Christ begins to live through a person rather than simply being believed in. Something abstract, something outside of the individual. So, Christ in you. As we see in the epistle to the Colossians in chapter 1, verse 27, we encounter a statement that is both simple and immeasurably deep. Christ in you, the hope of glory. Not outside of you, not separate from you. For much of my life, I understood Christ as someone I followed, worshipped, and tried to imitate. But in the mystical unfolding of my own walk, something shifted. Christ was no longer only the one before me. He became the life forming within me. This is the Gnostic mystery the early believers spoke of, not secret knowledge, but inner participation. There came a season where I realized that my spiritual life could no longer be sustained by external inspiration alone. Those being sermons, teachings, books, spiritual intensity, if you will. Something deeper had to happen. Christ had to move from inspiration to habitation. And this transition is subtle but profound. It is the difference between trying to be Christ-like and allowing Christ to gradually shape the interior life itself. Patience becomes less forced, discernment becomes quieter but clearer, and compassion begins to arise naturally. Not because we perfected ourselves, but because something within us is being formed. The mystical life is not about becoming extraordinary, but instead about becoming permeable to the presence of Christ. So let's look at this from a traumatic and healing mindset, if you will, when the inner life feels unsafe. For many people who have endured trauma, the inner world is not always a peaceful place. Silence can feel threatening, stillness can surface memories, and turning inward can activate emotions that were once overwhelming. So when spiritual teachings encourage interiority, that is prayer, contemplation, and abiding, some individuals encounter some resistance, tremendous resistance or discomfort based off of their lived experience. This is not a lack of spiritual depth. It is often the nervous system protecting itself. Trauma teaches the body to scan outward for danger. Safety becomes associated with control, movement, and vigilance. The invitation to go inward can therefore feel destabilizing. And I know from my own healing journey, I discovered that spiritual formation and nervous system healing had to happen together, simultaneously. Christ did not force me inward prematurely. Instead, he met me patiently, allowing my inner world to become safer over time. Gradually, the interior life shifted from a place of tension to a place of encounter. This is important. This is an important truth for anyone on the mystical path. Interior union is sustainable only when the nervous system learns safety. Healing does not weaken spirituality, it actually stabilizes it. Many people feel drawn toward a deeper experience of Christ, yet they sense that their inner world still carries tension, confusion, or unresolved pain. That intersection is where much of my work actually takes place. I walk with individuals who are experiencing and navigating the integration of trauma and spiritual formation, the shift from external religion into interior communion, the quiet formation of Christ within the soul, and the stabilization of the nervous system to spiritual depth, which becomes actually sustainable, no longer striving, no longer performance-based, authentic to who you truly are in your form and being. So this is not a path of pressure. It's a path of unfolding and patient formation. If something within you sees or senses that Christ is inviting you into a deeper interior life, yet you are unsure how to walk that path with safety and security and stability, I'd ask that you consider working and reaching out to me. You don't have to explore that sacred interior landscape alone. And so I leave you with this. If Christ were not only someone you believed in, but someone being quietly formed within you, what in your life might actually begin to change? Bless you in him, beloved.